Have you ever wondered about the profound symbolism and hidden messages within the visions of the prophets? Today, we delve into the book of Amos, chapter 8, where the prophet witnesses a vision of a basket of summer fruit. Without context, it's hard to decipher its meaning. But in the sweltering summer heat of the Israelite region of Palestine, where refrigeration wasn't an option, fruit would spoil in just a day or two. This vision symbolizes the sinfulness of the Israelites, ripe like the harvested fruit, on the verge of rotting. It alludes to the imminent divine judgment, where the spoiled fruit will soon be discarded as trash. A Chinese proverb says, "The halo around the moon indicates wind, the dampness of the foundation predicts rain." Understand the beginning from the subtle signs and predict the end from the initial stages. Everything has a precursor. From the minute details and beginnings, one can foresee the eventual outcome. Visions serve as alarm bells. Those who have studied history know that there are always signs before the collapse of dynasties. For instance, conflicts between officials and civilians, social unrest, ideological confusion, fluctuating public sentiment, excessive taxation, currency devaluation, and the disparity between the extravagant upper class and the suffering lower class. Despite being in the golden age of the northern kingdom of Israel, the rampant pursuit of material pleasure, the rich oppressing the poor, the selfishness, arrogance, deceit, and the overall moral corruption had offended the righteous judge. In this chapter of scripture, several societal phenomena of the time are highlighted. Firstly, people prioritized material wealth over spirituality. This was evident through the words of the common folk, who wished for religious holidays to pass quickly so they could resume their trade and business. Sabbath, representing just 1/7 of the week, became a burden in the slow-paced economic structure of the time. People's desire for wealth led them to merely pay lip service to religious laws and Sabbath observance, or even evade them entirely. Secondly, merchants had the freedom to arbitrarily raise prices, deceive customers with false measurements, and sell subpar grain at high prices. In today's terms, this would be systemic corruption. Another shocking trend was that people could be bought and sold as slaves for the price of a pair of sandals. Why was this so? Because the impoverished had no money for food and were forced to take high-interest loans, which eventually led to them selling themselves into slavery to repay their debts. Although these examples only represent the tip of the iceberg, they depict how wealth was gradually being drained from the common people and concentrated in the hands of the court and the elite. The lower class suffered, the elites indulged in luxury, and the officials turned a blind eye to corruption. These were the reasons why divine intervention was imminent. Some say that an individual is a microcosm of a family, and a family is a microcosm of a nation. The message of the prophet Amos serves not only as a warning to a nation, but also as a reminder to all believers. Ancient wisdom states, "A house that accumulates goodness will surely have surplus blessings. A house that accumulates evil will surely have surplus calamity." If a person or a family wishes to attract fortune and avert disaster, they must consistently do good and avoid evil deeds. The common folk have a simple perspective on good and evil. If a person speaks, sees, and does good, they accumulate 3 good deeds in a day. After 3 years, they will be blessed. If a person speaks, sees, and does evil, they accumulate 3 evil deeds in a day. After 3 years, they will meet with disaster. So what is considered good in Christian faith? The psalmist says, "Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His love endures forever." Psalm 181. But what is the Lord? Scripture tells us, He is God, He is Spirit, He is light, He is love. In Him, there is abundant kindness, joy, peace, patience, gentleness, and goodness. People of the world, the Lord has shown you what is good. What does He require of you? To act justly, to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God. In conclusion, the vision in the book of Amos symbolizes the impending divine judgment due to rampant societal corruption and moral decay. The message serves as a reminder to all believers to consistently do good, act justly, love mercy, and walk humbly with God.